I'm begging you to stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Forget everything you know about starting, because the reason you keep telling yourself tomorrow has nothing to do with motivation, nothing to do with discipline, nothing to do with how badly you want it. You have been lied to. Every productivity video, every morning routine, every just start advice you have heard, none of it fixed the real problem, because none of it addressed what is actually happening in your brain when you sit down and cannot move. And here is the truth nobody tells you. Tomorrow is not a procrastination problem. Tomorrow is a systems problem. And the moment you understand that, tonight becomes completely different. Here is the system. Step 1. Name the tomorrow loop. Here is what is actually happening when you tell yourself tomorrow. Your brain is not being lazy. It is being logical. Every time you have sat down to start something that matters to you, something you genuinely care about, your brain ran a calculation. How much energy will this cost? What is the reward? Is the return worth the output right now? And every single time the answer came back, not yet. Too much effort, too uncertain, too risky. So it offered you a path of least resistance. The phone, the couch, the scroll. And you took it, not because you're weak, because your brain made a rational decision with the information it had. Every time you took the path, your brain filed it, and the file it built says one thing: this person delays when things feel hard. And the next time you sit down, that file is open, and your brain reads it before you even pick up the laptop. And the resistance is stronger than it was yesterday, because now it's not just about the task, it's about the pattern. That is tomorrow's loop, and it compounds. Every day you delay, the loop gets stronger. Every day you follow through, the loop gets weaker. Tonight, we start weakening it. Quick action. Write down one thing you've been telling yourself you will start tomorrow. Not to do it, just to name it. Named things lose their power. Your first action right now. This is step 1 working in real time. Drop a comment and tell me what you have been telling yourself you will start tomorrow. Name it. Writing it down is your first open. The loop just got weaker. I read every single one and I will reply. Do it now, then keep watching. Here is what makes the tomorrow loop so dangerous. It does not feel like failure while it is happening. Tomorrow feels responsible. Tomorrow feels like you are being realistic about your energy. Tomorrow feels like you are being kind to yourself. But here is what living things to tomorrow actually does. Tomorrow is the most expensive word in the English language, because every tomorrow costs you more than just a day. It costs you evidence. Every tomorrow adds one more entry to the file your brain is building about who you are. And here is the most uncomfortable truth about ambitious people who keep telling themselves tomorrow. You are not protecting yourself from failure. You are protecting yourself from finding out. As long as you never fully start, the dream stays intact. The channel could still blow up. The business could still succeed. The goal is still possible. The version of you that executes on everything still exists somewhere in the future. The moment you start, you have to find out if it actually is. That protection is costing you everything. Step 2. The cold start protocol. The reason tomorrow keeps winning is not because starting is hard. It is because you're trying to start at the wrong moment with the wrong input. Most people treat starting like a switch. Either they are fully in, full session, full focus, full commitment, or they're not starting at all. And when the full version feels impossible, they default to tomorrow. But starting is not a switch. Starting is an ignition sequence. Engineers call this the cold start problem. Every system resists first ignition. A cold engine does not go from 0 to full power in one movement. It needs a small input first. Something so low cost, the system cannot refuse it. Your brain works exactly the same way. The cold start protocol has one rule. Do not start the task. Start the open. Don't write the script. Open the document. Don't go to the gym. Just put on the shoes. Don't work on the business. Just open one tab. That is it. That is the entire protocol. Here is why it works. Opening a document costs almost zero energy. Your brain does not register it as a threat. The resistance drops, and once you are in motion, something shifts. The battery finds charge it did not know it had. The feedback loop starts, and the task that felt impossible from the outside feels completely different from the inside. Tomorrow does not get to win against opening a document. Quick action right now. Decide what your one open is tonight. Not the task, the open. That is the only commitment you need to make. There was a point in my life where I had a plan every single night, written down, clear and specific, and every single night my brain found me something else to do. In my second year of mechanical engineering, I was academically suspended, not because I was not capable, but because I could not bridge the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. That gap cost me a year of my life. I came back, I rebuilt from scratch, and I made the dean's list. I finished with honors. What changed was not how hard I tried. What changed was I finally understood what was actually happening, and I built a system around it instead of fighting it. That system is what I'm sharing with you today. Step 3, the identity reset. Here's the piece that makes everything stick. The tomorrow loop is not just a behavior, it is an identity. Every time you have told yourself tomorrow, your brain filed it as evidence of who you are, and over time the evidence becomes a story. I am someone who starts tomorrow. I am someone who has good intentions but does not follow through. I am someone who knows what to do and does not do it. And the most dangerous thing about that story is that your brain will work very hard to make it true, because your brain hates inconsistency. It will do whatever it takes to make your actions match your identity. So the fix is not to work hard against the story. The fix is to rewrite the evidence. Every time you do your one open, that is your new entry in the file. Not a dramatic transformation, not a perfect evening. Just one piece of evidence that says, I am someone who starts. Do that enough times and the story changes. I am not someone who starts tomorrow. I am someone who starts tonight. That identity does not come from motivation. It does not come from discipline. It comes from evidence. And evidence comes from one small action at a time. So quick action. After your one open tonight, write down one sentence. I started. That is your first entry in the new file. Tomorrow is not coming. It never was. Tomorrow is the story your brain tells you to avoid finding out what you are actually capable of. And every day you believe that story, that gap between who you are and who you want to be gets a little wider and wider. But here's what I want you to understand. The version of you that executes on your goals, that shows up, that builds the thing, that follows through, that version is not somewhere in the future. That version is one open away. Not one perfect evening, not one motivated session, not one dramatic transformation, but just one document opened, one shoe put on, one sentence typed. That is all tonight needs to be. Because the people who build things do not wait until tomorrow stops feeling easier than today. They just stop giving tomorrow that option. So 3 steps. Name the tomorrow loop, cold start protocol, and identity reset. Pick one, apply it tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. If this hits, subscribe. I post 3 videos a week, all built around one idea. You already know what to do. Let's build a system that makes you actually do it. Grab the free Executor kit in the description. It's the exact system I used to break the tomorrow loop and get started on a flat battery. Free, link right below. And if you resonated with this video, watch this next one, because breaking the tomorrow loop tonight is step 1. Step 2 is what happens when you start and then miss a night, and then the loop tries to come back. That video is on screen right now. It is the piece that keeps everything from unraveling. And again, if you have not dropped your comment yet, do it now. How long have you been telling yourself tomorrow? I will reply to every single one. I'll see you in the next video.